Oh, hi, Creamy.
Hello, Accounting Officer Daniela.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I hope I'm not obstructing anything right now.
No, it is okay.
Yeah, so I bring you some great news. So there is this deal I have got. Yes. The deal is to get 40 million from the funds that were given for the construction of roads and hospitals.
Oh, wow, that's a great deal.
Yeah. So what is needed is for you just to sign. And when you do sign, you're going to be able to live the kind of life you have always dreamed about.
Wow.
That means a new car. You can build any house you want because the deal is 40 million. 20 for you, 20 for me.
Corruption does not only steal money, it steals medicine from hospitals, it steals books from children, it steals justice from the poor, it steals trust from society. But can corruption be defeated? What does the law say? What does the Bible say? And what responsibility do ordinary citizens carry?
Good day, friends and viewers of the Legal Stamp, and welcome to our channel where we solve moral and social problems using the law, the Bible, and wisdom. So today we are discussing one of the greatest enemies of any nation, called corruption. As the Bible says that righteousness exalts a nation, and a nation is comprised of people who may have vices like corruption. And today I'm privileged to host a very intelligent, eloquent, and a thoughtful guest. She is a conservative Christian. She is a fundamental Bible believer and a passionate voice for morality and truth. Ladies and gentlemen, join me, welcome our dear sister, Charity.
Thank you, Elias. It is truly an honor to be here. Thank you so much for hosting me, and I believe this conversation is important. And corruption is not good, just as it is not good in political issues, it is not good in moral issues, and it is a spiritual issue, and it affects everyone, poor and rich.
Yeah, that's absolute. Let us begin from the foundation, because many people could be there here and they hear the word corruption every day. But in simple language, in a layman's way, what is corruption?
Corruption simply means dishonest and for selfish gain. Dishonest for selfish gain. And corruption can also mean, like, it means a person abuses power, position, trust, money, or opportunity for personal benefit. And corruption is not only done by politicians. A student cheating in exams, that is practicing corruption. A worker demanding a bribe is practicing corruption. A leader stealing public money is also corruption. And favoritism can as well become corruption. Yeah. Corruption begins in the heart before it appears in the society.
That is very powerful. Many people think corruption is only about billions and trillions of money stolen from the government. Yet corruption can begin with lies, as our guest Charity has clearly mentioned. Cheating, greed, and dishonesty in everyday life. Now let us look at corruption from the legal perspective. Uganda is one of the countries which have codified laws against corruption. We have the Anti-Corruption Act, which provides for the children of corruption. We have bribery, we have abuse of office, we have embezzlement, we have causing financial loss, we have diversion of public resources. Even internationally, the United Nations Convention Against Corruption encourages nations to fight dishonesty and recover stolen resources. But Charity, what do you think corruption still, why do you think corruption still continues despite these laws that we have?
Because laws alone cannot change someone's heart. You can imprison a thief, but you cannot take corruption out of his heart. This is why morality and spiritual transformation are important. When conscience dies, corruption grows.
Meaning corruption is not an issue of the hand or an issue of the government,
Right.
but an issue of the heart.
Right.
Brilliant. What does the Bible teach or scriptures teach concerning corruption?
Well, the Bible strongly condemns corruption. We are going to read our Bibles in Deuteronomy chapter 16 from verse 19. We are going to read there, and the Bible says, "Do not accept a bribe, for a bribe blinds the eyes of the wise. Bribes destroy judgment. They make people ignore the truth." And another powerful scripture in the Bible, it is in the book of Proverbs chapter 29 verse 4. The Bible says, "By justice a king gives a country stability, but those who are greedy for bribes tear it down. Corruption destroys nation." And one thing Christians must understand is God is not pleased with dishonest gain. God is not pleased with dishonest gain. Let's look at some Bible characters in the Bible that were corrupt. God was not happy with them. For example, Ananias and Sapphira in the book of Acts chapter 5 from verse 1 to 4.
Yeah.
The Bible tells us that there was a man called Ananias, and his wife Sapphira. They sold a piece of land, and they were supposed to bring the whole money, the amount of that money, for God. Guess what? The man brought half of it and kept some. And when the wife also came, did the same. God wasn't happy with them. God struck them dead, meaning that corruption does not please God at all, at all.
And by the way, one thing I've seen, Charity, is that Peter, whom God used to catch these frauds, no one had forced them to sell the property.
Right.
And these people went and sold a very good sum, but it was like love offering.
Right.
You give it, you you bring it and lay it on apostles' feet for the use and the rapid evangelization of the world as a support. But no one was there.
No one.
They sold the money, but part of the money they kept it. Because of corruption, they
That wasn't
said,
good.
"Why do I give God all this?
That wasn't good.
Let me keep some." And what happened to them?
They were dead.
That is very, very serious. Sometimes corruption looks profitable for a moment. You know, they say pleasures of sin. It is never plastic until exposed to heat.
Right.
But in the long run, corruption can destroy families, it can spoil reputation,
Right.
and institutions and nations. Because as we saw that when a nation is righteous, people are going to develop.
Right.
And it begins with you and me in our families.
Right.
And it begins with a single person in the government, let us say.
Right.
Because there is a Bible verse in the book of Proverbs that take away the wicked from the king, and his throne shall be established in righteousness.
Right.
So we are seeing that people may be surrounding the president, families, churches, different institutions. If they are corrupt, then the country cannot be established in righteousness.
Right. There
Now-
is another Bible character in
Yes.
the Bible. Let us look at Priest Eli's sons.
Yes, yes.
They were also corrupt, and God wasn't happy with them. They were offering things that were unworth to God. They were supposed to offer the fatty meat to God, but guess what? They had long spoons, and they had to spoon out the fatty parts of the meat for themselves. And that was corruption. God wasn't happy
Wow.
with them.
So they were eating the fatty sacrifice to God, then they give bones to God.
That was corruption. God wasn't happy with them. Guess what? The Bible in the book of Psalms, and we are going to read Psalm 14, verse 1. The Bible says, "The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good." These sons of Eli, they were doing abominable works in the sight of the Lord. It wasn't good. That was corruption, and God wasn't happy with them. That is why God punished them. God punished the house of Eli because of corruption. It is not good at all.
Yeah, that means if you are corrupt, you are going, as we continue, we're going to find out some examples how corruption can manifest. But one thing I've realized is that when you rob your heart, that God will not see you or He will not punish you. You just wipe your mouth and say nothing has happened. He's going to catch you. That's why we have to condemn such an atrocity. Now let's go to real life effects of corruption. Let us make this practical. Charity, how does corruption affect ordinary people?
Corruption affects everyone, whether you're rich, whether you're poor. Corruption affects everyone. Let's take an example. When money meant for hospitals is stolen, guess what? People will die. People in the hospitals will be there waiting for medicine, and the medicine will nowhere to be seen. People will suffer for nothing. They will die. When money meant for schools disappears, children will suffer. That's why some people right now are not educated. There are people who don't know how to read and write in Uganda. Guess what? It is because of corruption. The money that is meant for schools is being consumed by the corrupt people. It is not good. We are affecting people. When justice is bought, innocent people will cry. When jobs are given unfairly, qualified people lose opportunities, and guess what? They will remain unemployed, and poverty will increase in the country, and people will suffer. I have an example. I studied with someone. We were in senior 4. That girl performed poorly, but guess what? She's working in a very big office in Kampala City. She's working, and yet there was someone who studied for that. That person is qualified, and that person is the one supposed to be in that office. But guess what? The lady is now in the office. She didn't study. She even failed senior 4. But she's in the office, and someone who studied for that specific job is unemployed right now. Corruption creates poverty, frustration, and helplessness. And sadly, the poor suffer the most.
Wow, so I see that the people who are qualified for like some job opportunities, they don't get it.
They don't.
So now people have a chorus in Uganda, they sing that it's not about what you know, but who you know.
Right.
So the moment you have your they say connections. Networking,
right.
Corruption, and that is why corruption is not a small issue. It's something we need to discuss and talk about at the legal stamp. Now, a corrupt building may collapse. You've seen, you hire a contractor, you give them money. Instead of applying, let's say, 50 bags of cement, they apply 40.
Right.
Then the 10 are going in the belly.
They consume it.
They consume it, and what happens at the end of the day? The buildings are going to collapse.
Selfishness.
They will collapse.
It's selfishness. Guess what? Last time I was in Nila. Here in Barara, and someone came with a car, very good-looking car. He was rich. He came out and he found people were seated. People had come early, but guess what? That person pulled money from the pocket and gave the workers, those people that are always on the computer and all that. He gave them the money, and they had to first leave everyone there and first attend to that person. That is corruption, and it is not good, because remember, there are people that had come early, and some of them have children. They have to go back home and cook for them. Those people came for the same services, but guess what? Those workers preferred the rich person more than the individuals, but that's not good. Corruption.
So I'm seeing
really
that
bad.
a bribe corrupts or blinds the eye of the righteous.
Right.
Corruption is indeed dangerous. Now, great thinkers throughout history also warned societies about corruption. We see there is a Greek guy called Plato. You remember that allegories of Plato. So Plato said, the penalty good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. Meaning, when good people keep silence, corruption grows. So I'm so glad that this eloquent lady, Charity, is trying to show you that change your heart and also be on the lookout outside. People are doing corruption.
Right.
And the reap or the harvest is going to be destruction. And let's say underdevelopment and things going in a different route. Now, Charity, do you think societies sometimes normalize corruption?
Absolutely. Sometimes people celebrate dishonest wealth instead of asking, how did you get this money? Society simply applauds luxury. Let me take an example of our current speaker, Anita Among. She's so luxurious. I'm not trying to condemn her, but it is an act of corruption whereby her new car is so much expensive, and yet her salary is less than the car. So people are wondering, why did she get all that money to buy that expensive car? It is corruption. And right now she's going under a serious investigation, of which we are yet to find out where she got the money. So society simply applauds luxury instead of asking themselves, how did they get this money, or how did that person get the money?
Exactly. Even in schools today, we are told to chase the bag, buy the land, like a good life, a successful life. You should be dressed well, you should be driving fancy cars, you're supposed to be sleeping in a good mansion. If you're not enjoying having luxury, you are a failure in life. So we are seeing that sometimes good things take time. But now if you want to get things overnight, and where does that leave you? To be corrupt. Shortcuts, cutting corners. Eventually,
it leads to destruction. And guess what? That mentality of I have to live luxurious, it is dangerous. It is very, very dangerous. A society that glorifies dishonest success slowly destroys, and eventually its foundation is being destroyed because of corruption.
Thank you very much for your thoughtful insights. As we close, I know, Charity, you are a very fundamental Bible believer and a conservative Christian who holds the Bible as the only authority for faith and practice. Now let us speak directly to family and churches. What role should parents and spiritual leaders play in curbing corruption?
Parents must teach their children early, because corruption, as we've heard, begins from the heart. And guess what? Corruption begins from home. At home there is corruption. Some parents are the people that initiate corruption in your children. You're trying to corrupt your children, like you tend to love this more than you love the other one. Or sometimes you have money and you distribute your money unfairly. That is being corrupt. It is not good. Children should learn truthfulness, contentment, accountability, and integrity. Guess what? If you're not contented, you will ever be corrupt.
And by the way, on the top note, I have a friend, is a parent, and this parent has a child, a boy, who was contesting as the head boy in primary school. Says, I want you to win at all costs. Pulls the money, hands it to that boy to go and buy sweets and buy a platform to persuade these learners to vote for him. And eventually, I don't know whether they go through. I don't know, could you be having some experience about that?
I have experience. I was in senior 5, and we had 2 boys. They were all contesting for one position, being the HP of the school. And one was badly behaved. Sincerely speaking, he had a bad character. He was shabby in school. He wasn't smart at all. He used to abuse teachers, disrespect his fellow learners, all that. Then there was the other guy who was smart, performed well in class, had some good manners. But guess what? The other rich boy was collapsed. They were rich. So he brought his dad's car in school, and he had a lot of money, so he had to distribute money. Get 10,000, get 5,000, get 2,000, get 1K, vote for me. And guess what? He won, and the other boy that was worth it lost. But guess what? The school had no peace. After that boy became the HP, the school had no peace. Quarrels were around. He used it to punish like students, even if they have done nothing, it was really a bad experience in school because of corruption. It wasn't really nice.
Wow, so now I'm seeing that if you as a spiritual leader in your church, when people come for fellowship, it is very important to preach against corruption.
Right.
A nation cannot become clean if morality is absent. And people must understand that character matters more than money. Yeah. So now, as we are going to end, let us see some of the solutions of this disease, corruption. Now, before we conclude, let us give these practical solutions how the society can reduce corruption tendencies.
Right.
Yeah.
I believe there are several important solutions of corruption. Some people think the fact that there is corruption everywhere, there is no way of bringing it to the end.
Yeah.
But guess what? There is a way. For example, number one, strong moral laws. I believe if we are children, our parents should impact us with strong moral values. For example, if you're a parent, you should tell your children that corruption is bad, and you should be an example to them. Don't practice any kind of corruption, especially when your children are watching you, because a child does exactly what he or she sees.
Yeah.
The child will do exactly what his or her parents is doing. So we should impact strong moral values in our children, in all people, especially in strong institutions. We should make sure that in everything we are doing, we are hindering corruption, or we are bringing corruption to an end. If you go to Nila and you find people there, don't give money out.
Yeah, be patient.
Be patient.
Although
Wait.
there are also people.
At least there are people who came early. Don't give out money because you want to be favored. No, it is not good. Courts and corruption must work fairly, without fear or favoritism. If you find someone practicing corruption, especially Anita Among, if she's found guilty,
Yeah.
I believe,
She should be condemned.
and I
face
would
the penalty.
wish she should be condemned,
Yeah.
especially if they do nothing about it. It will encourage someone, or it will influence other people to practice the same, of which that is destroying our nation, Uganda, and other nations around.
Yeah, I'm also seeing we also have to have fear of God in our hearts. A person who truly fears God comfortably, you cannot just steal from the poor. And also there is also transparency, do accountability. Let when auditors come, do not hide documents. Let you be audited well. So now corruption survives when silence survives too, and every citizen has a responsibility to protect the society. Have quick fire questions for our guest Charity. Thanks for being patient with us at the Legal Stamp. Now I have a simple quick fire question. Can a poor person be corrupt?
Yes.
Number two, is giving a small bribe still corruption?
Yes, small corruption grows into national corruption.
Number three, can a nation develop where corruption is high?
Very difficult. Corruption weakens development and destroy public
Number four, what is the greatest weapon against corruption?
integrity.
Wow. My friends, corruption is not just about politics. It's about conscience, your conscience. The future of a nation depends on the character of its people. If we want a better Uganda, or your country, wherever you are, we must become honest citizens. And let us remember that integrity matters. So in your closing remarks, Charity, what could be a word, a takeaway to the viewers?
Okay. Thank you so much for watching and for being patient with us. And I want you to remember that integrity may look expensive today, but guess what? Corruption destroys generations. If we are not practicing integrity right now, corruption will destroy our children and our grandchildren, because it may start as a small thing right now, but guess what? It will grow into a very big thing, something very big that will bring a very great impact to our generation. So choose honesty, choose the truth, choose righteousness, fear the Lord, be righteous, and leave alone corruption, because it is very dangerous.
Well, it starts as a harmless disguise, but it goes deep.
All right.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, Charity, for joining us. Yeah, that was amazing. So friends, thank you for watching this video. If this conversation has challenged you in one way or the other, and you would wish to participate in giving your ideas, or if you have a clarification you want to make, or something to teach us, you can drop it in the comment box. You can like this video, don't scroll through, you can like, you can share it, and if you may, you can subscribe for more. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye bye.